my name's John Wright. Some of you may know me from the Facebook group Mercedes Maintenance and Mercedes Rescue. I started those groups about maintenance about 3 years ago and rescue about 18 months ago. What I thought I'd do is start a YouTube channel in connection with the Facebook group so it can kind of work together. I'm by no means a Mercedes expert. I just am really into these old Mercedes, especially the 108s. The S-classes. This is a 68, it's a 280 SE and a 6-cylinder model, and I've got a 4.5 as you guys know, and I just acquired a 6.3. So anyway, so that's really the purpose of the channel, to share our knowledge. And please comment on any of the videos if you think I'm doing anything wrong, or you want to contribute something. Maybe we can look at that. And share some of the tips I hear on the group. Let's get on with the first video. I thought a good start would be, some of you, like I say, on the group probably know that I've rescued a 6.3 from a area just close by here, 30-40 minutes away. The video I'm going to share with you today is about my first discovery of these up in the hills, and so enjoy. Hard to imagine to be right in the middle of nowhere like this and to have these cars sitting out in the woods all these years. They've been out here apparently about 4, possibly 5 years. Weird looking thing. Anyway, so I've got to open the gate. Okay, here we are. The Mercedes gravesite. And yes, there's a 6.3 sitting there. It's obviously a 126. This is 16.9 here. Just sitting out here in the woods. Okay, so this is the 6.3 I ended up buying. And the bones of it, even though it's absolutely filthy, the bones of it is pretty good. The seats are not all torn up. The dash is not cracked. Has a Becker Mexico radio in it, which is kind of cool. Wood could do with refinishing, obviously. But little delamination here. Let's open the trunk up, the boot up. Obviously been sitting a long time. A lot of pine needles to be cleaned out. I'm going to go over and do some checks of it. I'll probably take all the plugs out and fill the bores up with Mistral. I'll let it soak for a few weeks before I attempt to get it running. Okay. There is oil in there. Doesn't look too bad actually. Looks like he might have changed the oil on this not long before he stopped driving it. So, and if he's oil to the pump there. Check the transmission fluid. Transmission fluid is clean as a whistle. That's a good sign. Like I say, it looks like this car was the last one to be driven, just by the overall shape of it. Water's probably all evaporated. No, it's still green in there, which is a good sign. This will be a bit of a fun project to get
get going, you know. I come up here with a leaf blower, clean all this crap out of here. It's going to take a few trips to pull this car out. So, any ideas? They're having trouble finding the keys, which obviously I've got to override the steering lock. So, I've got to clean all this crap out, otherwise the drains will be blocked, you know. So, but it doesn't. The bones don't look bad. All of it pretty solid under there. Oh no, there is a hole there. Tell a lie. So we have got some rot there, which is too bad. So that's going to need taken care of. That's extremely solid back there. And I checked these under here, they don't feel rotten at all. The wheel well. But I've got one area. That looks pretty solid there. Can't open the trunk at the moment, you see. That looks pretty solid under there. Not that I've got... Obviously I need a screwdriver and something harder to hit it with, but... Oh, these are just the plastic covers. These are not the proper bunt wheels. That's too bad. Oh well. Prefer hubcap wheels myself anyway. Really nice to get this all clean. Anyway, so that's number one. Number two, the other car I bought, is this is a 3.5 300 SEL, and it's obviously in desperate need of help. All manner of things going on with this. This is just been sitting a lot longer. Kind of worse shape, this one. All of the trim shot. This bordering on being a parts car, I think. Really kind of smelly inside. They do have the key for this one though. In here. Pretty darn smelly. Pretty darn smelly. Yeah, this 3.5's in pretty poor shape. I mean, very damp inside. The body doesn't seem bad. It's just real smelly inside, you know. I'm sure we got some moisture coming in, you know, through the seals. It's been sitting a while, so that is a bit sad looking. Like a new brake reservoir on there, and he's been fiddling with these leveling valves and all that stuff. Okay, so that's that one. That's number two. Like I say, the 6.3 seems solid, but except for that one area at the front driver's side arch there. Okay, what we got down here? 126 over there. Oh, this is the other 6.9. Now this one, believe it or not, it had 80,000 miles on it when it was parked. That's what I call the Huggy Bears one, because it's got gold shit all over it. Gold 6.9. Yeah. Gold steering wheel, 89,000 miles on it. Got these funky looking seat covers. Find the hood release. Sunroof car. Euro headlights by the looks of it. And one big motor, 6.9. Man, it's such a shame to see them like this state. Oil reservoir off to the side, dry sump motor. So that's that guy. Okay, got a few more down here, believe it or not. This is the other 6.9, the third one. And this is a 450 SEL with Euro bumpers on it. Look at this one first. Obviously not got the air suspension issues. Now this has got that issue, throttle plate has gone, I'm assuming because it's rotted off the floor. Overall, the interior, cool, it smells damp, but headline has got a little rip in it up the top there. Glove box has been kind of torn out for some reason. It's a real shame to see this, but this is, looks like it's probably turn the clock. It says 16,000 on the clock, obviously 116 or 216. Another 6.9. Fairly good condition seats, cracking a little bit here, but sunroof model again. Headliner looks good. Could do with a darn good. I mean, these seats, they are damp in here. These seats are incredibly good shape. Look at that. Look at that. This rear seat just needs a bloody good clean. And let me show you the trunk on this one, because this looks like moisture had not got to the inside of the trunk too bad. So you can see that's damp there, but this wheel well, see, little surface rust, but little tiny bit of surface rust here and there, but that doesn't look too bad. But obviously the longer this car sits out here, the worse it's getting. So that's number 3 on the 6.9. Now open the trunk. Those are real wheels, they're not there's another old truck there parked in the brambles. He's got trucks everywhere around here. You can see in the distance there's vehicles down there. Okay, replace the battery. So this has got a, looks like Euro headlights, American bumper. That one, like I say, has got a Euro bumper. It's the engine bay of the third 6.9. It looks like fairly clean oil. Little sludge at the bottom there, as you can see. What a shame. Okay, that's that one. Now let's go and see the others. But these two are going to be the more of the challenge, because if they're all down here, there's another sorry looking 6.9. I don't know what the guy was thinking, you know, to basically drive them. Got BBS wheels on there. This looks like it's been here a long time. Some weird looking steering wheel, very damp on the inside. These two down here I think are the sorriest of the bunch. Sunroof, rear seats have been removed. This really does look beyond the pale for anybody, really. But again, if someone has the means and the inclination to save these cars, I mean, this is really sad to see, you know. This one has, looks like MB Techs. So MB Techs. Yeah, MB Tech seats in pretty decent shape. Headline is good. Rear seat's good. But the rest of it, and obviously with all the suspension issues with these cars, what, another 6.9, you see. Just left to rot away. That's locked. No good there. So that's it. I'm going to start taking still pictures now. Okay. Like I say, these cars, if it were me going for these 6.9s, that would the one I would probably go for. That, and do a deal with maybe another one just to get the bumpers off of that one. Try and make a decent car out of it. I say the interior is obviously filthy and a little damp, but I think it's salvageable. Yeah, but you know, much more time on these, and they're just going to be 2 tons of scrap metal sitting out in the woods rotting away, which is a shame. As far as what I call Huggy Bears, 6.9 up here. This one they have made riser blocks to lift the car, so it's easily immovable. This may be a contender because of the lower mileage. By the looks of it, it's lower mileage. See if I can get in the trunk of this guy. No, that's locked. Darn. Watch the old spiders. Yeah, it's got the Burl dash, walnut bell, funky steering wheel. Into the 123 diesels, and it's got a few 126s dotted around. It's got a wagon over there. I've never seen anything like it really. There's a turbo diesel 300 over there. There's another one over the back there. Another 123. Looks like it's been in a wreck. And another 123. Let's go and have a look at those for a bit of fun while we're here. This looks like it was in a wreck. Steering wheel's all bent. Took a front end hit. Oh my gosh, look at that. This is a 126. Again, it looks like it's been possibly, well, there you go. Used for parts. 300D. Look at that. This diesel pump sitting out here in the weather. I'm sure this is pissing a few of you guys off seeing all this. It's always washed clean with all the rain on it. Look at that. Oh, even got a gold coloured oil cap on here. Let's take it. Look at that old boy. All rusted. This is the first 6.9 I showed you. Go back to this one. It's got the bunt wheels on it. Sunroof. Same thing. Throttle body down the bottom. Throttle pedal down the bottom is come off. This looks like this actually is leather, and these seats actually in pretty decent shape. So if it were me, this one and that one near the white Euro one, grab both of those. Oh, it's got keys in it as well. Let me get those, maybe open the trunk up. The wheel wells don't look bad. There's pooling water there, but they're not rotted out. They're starting to rust. Again, this is borderline car, you know. Surface rust starting here, but again, still salvageable. So that's a 6.9. This one and the other one are the two candidates, I would say. These seats covers look pretty darn good. Just dampers all get out. A bit of damage back here. This is the first 6.9, as I say, doesn't look as bad as the others. And this is the other 6.3. Window's been taped. Get this open. Seats are torn. Roof line is pretty decent. These ones, the 109, seem to have done better out in the elements. See, look at the chrome.
Why didn't he just park them all together?
I know.
Do you know there's at least 30 to 40 cars here I've been counting?
Yeah. Looks all solid under the arches there. Again, these 6.3 seem to have stood the time, stood up to the time better than the others. Little crack on the dash on the top of this one. Chrome looks good though. Big halogens on the front. Let's get the trunk open. Chrome looks really good actually on this. Took the leveling valve off there, but there's two more in the other car, so just sitting on the floor. Has oil in it. Yeah, that's pretty clean in there. Can't see any of the lobes. Should get a flashlight in there. No coolant in this one by the looks of it. Okay, so I'm going to get started in the other one, get some oil down the bores. Looks like one of the vacuum lines has been plugged there. Well, gotta leave now. So I went over the car. I think I can get that guy going. I've lifted the car on one side up, but the wheel still stays up. It's like the airbag is fighting me. I think I need to release some air. It's like got an airlock in it or something. Anyway, that's pretty straightforward. So that's that one. And the Mercedes graveyard here.
Okay, so that was it. Quite an amazing sight really to see all those cars up there rotting away in the woods. I made a deal on the blue one, the 6.3, and the green one that was behind it. I hope you enjoyed it, and in the next video following this I will show you how we pulled those cars out and brought them back home to rescue them and get them back on the road. So I hope you enjoyed what you saw today, and please hit subscribe and press the like button, and please comment below if you've got anything to say, and Thanks very much. Have a good day. Bye bye.